Welcome back to the channel, and today I'm going to be reading out a very interesting post from Twitter. And of course, you are going to be giving your opinion of what you think about the post in the comment section. Now let's get to it. I won 1 million naira in a game, and I first of all took the money to my pastor. He advised me to sow seed of 800k and use the remaining 200k to start something. When my mother heard, she almost killed me. She doesn't go to church and she is a strong traditionalist. She said I must go back and retrieve that money because she already had plans for me. I told her I've already given the money to God. She said I gave man money, not God, and God did not send me that message. I didn't rest all through that day. She complained, I don't have house, nor good business of my own, but I carried almost 1 million naira to pastor. At that time, I was still living in a house. She continued to pressure me to call the pastor for the money. Out of shame, I called him. He said I can't take back what I've given to God. My mother took the phone and wanted him to return the money. He said she can't fight him both physically and spiritually. He started to curse and bind my mother. She laughed and ended the call. The next day was Sunday. I was a band boy and I was playing drum in my church when I saw my mother walking in the aisle leading to the altar where our pastor was standing. She tied a wrapper carefully and jumped into the altar to meet our pastor. People tried to hold her, but she had already dragged our pastor's trouser and she refused to remove hand. She said our pastor should forfeit the money immediately. Our pastor insisted that the money was for God. He said if my mother wanted to fight him physically or spiritually, he was ready. My mother told him she will not fight him spiritually. Rather, she had come for him physically. The next thing we had was fiam on our pastor's back. We saw my mother holding a koboko and she started lashing our pastor. It was all the men that gathered to hold her down because she was really tall and huge. I was just in one corner as shame had surrounded me like a shield. She said she will not leave unless our pastor transferred the money back to my account. Our pastor was sitting on the floor, looking so weak. I don't know if he was trying to process the whip. The men tried to drag my mother out, and she was releasing koboko on anybody that came close. The koboko touched my back as I tried to hold her. That was when I realized why my pastor was sitting on the floor looking weak. The church scattered and people were saying they were going to call police on her. She insisted that she's not leaving without the 800k. To avoid problem, people begged our pastor to transfer the money back to me. He stood up and gave me his phone to type the account number. He sent me back the money and told my mother that she will not know peace with that money. My mother rebuked him and said the cause will only work if she was not the one that carried me for 9 months. She held my hand like a small child and dragged me out of the church. Everyone, including all the choir girls I've been crushing on, were all looking at me. I was so angry when we got home, and even my siblings were angry at her. She did not respond to any of us. The next day, she took me to the empty room in front of our compound. We planned to use it as a shop because it was part of what our father left behind. She said I will be the first to start using it for business. She took me to a friend in the market who sells drinks. She borrowed 500k and added to the 1 million, and we bought drinks and repaired the shop. I started using the shop to sell drinks in small quantity. When some of my uncles saw that I've started business, they gave me small money to add to the business, and the shop started booming. From there, I went to a bigger space, and that was how I started life. I'm married now. I have a car and a small apartment of my own. I have about 3 big shops and a warehouse. I still remember the incidents at the church, and my mother and I will laugh over it. I didn't go back to that church because the pastor asked me to stop coming. I helped my mother raise a small house in the village, and she is always dancing and praising me. All my younger siblings are in school today because of me. I did not stop serving God because of that issue, but right now I am using my money to help those in need, and I have about 3 children under me for scholarships. All thanks to my mother's wise decision. I can't be grateful enough. Wow, this is such an interesting story. Now, what do you think of this story? Do you think the mother made the right decision of collecting back the money from the pastor, or do you think she should have left the money for the pastor? Drop your opinion and your comments in the comment section below, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye.